The scent of jasmine still hung in the air, a phantom echo of our wedding day. 10 years. 10 years we built a life within these walls, a life I thought was as solid as the foundation beneath us. Tonight, the living room was bathed in the warm glow of the lamp, and Amanda, my wife, was moving like a ghost in the soft light. She was dancing, her eyes closed, a smile playing on her lips to the familiar melody of our wedding song. It was a perfect symphony, and as the violin swelled, a wave of melancholy washed over me. I had found in that afternoon, a text nestled between grocery lists and reminders, a message not meant for my eyes. A text from a name I didn't recognize, a name that now burned into my memory. Can't wait to see you tonight, beautiful. Thinking about you all day. The image of her hands, usually intertwined with mine, now sending messages of love to someone else, was a jagged shard in my heart. I had spent the last few hours staring at that text, the betrayal a cold weight in my gut, a feeling so alien I could hardly breathe. And now here she was, eyes closed, lost in the music that was supposed to be ours, the very music that now tasted like ash in my mouth. I watched her silently from the doorway, the envelope I clutched feeling like a ticking time bomb. She spun, her dress swirling around her legs, a ghost of the girl I married. I knew it wasn't the dress that made her beautiful tonight. It was the knowledge of his embrace, the thrill of their stolen moments. That's what was lighting up her face, not the memory of us. The song ended, the silence after it heavy and thick. I walked in. I didn't say a word. The music was off, but the air still vibrated with the unspoken, the unknown. I approached the coffee table, the envelope in my hand, and placed it squarely on the polished surface. She stopped dead in her tracks. Her eyes opened, and she turned, a question flickering in the green depths. "What's that?" she asked, her voice a little breathy, the residual euphoria from the dance still clinging to her. I looked at her, my gaze unwavering. Not a flicker of warmth or tenderness, just a cold, hard truth. "It's your freedom," I said, my voice flat, a stranger's voice even to my own ears. Her brow furrowed. "My freedom? What are you talking about?" "It's divorce papers, Amanda." The words landed like stones, shattering the fragile peace we tried to maintain. "I know about him." Her face drained of color. The breath left her lungs in a soft H. "What are you saying?" she whispered, her eyes wide, pupils dilated. "Don't play dumb with me." My voice hardened. "I know about the texts, the meetings, the lies, every single one of them." The floodgates of the last few hours burst open. I saw them. I read them. I didn't want to believe it, Amanda. But here we are, aren't we? You cheated on me with someone else. The marriage you swore to uphold, to me, to God, was a lie. It was all a lie. She tried to speak, to deny it, but the words were strangled in her throat. Her eyes darted toward the envelope, then back at me, a mixture of panic and shame flickering across her face. I don't bother lying anymore," I interrupted, my voice rising. "I can't bear to hear any more lies." I stepped closer. "Do you have any idea how much I loved you? How much I would have done for you? I would have taken a bullet for you, and you did this. You broke me, Amanda. You ripped my heart out and stomped on it." I could see tears form in her eyes, but I didn't care. Not anymore. My compassion had died that afternoon. She backed away, her hand reaching for the back of the sofa, as if trying to steady herself against the whirlwind she'd unleashed. I didn't mean to hurt you. It just happened. He makes me feel alive." "Alive?" I echoed, a hollow laugh escaping my lips. "So, what am I then, Amanda? Dead? A boring old relic in the corner of your exciting new life? All those promises, all those declarations of love, were they all for him too? Or was that just me you were lying to?" "No, you don't understand," she said, her voice trembling. "I still love you. It's just—" "Oh, I understand perfectly, Amanda." I cut her off, my voice dripping with sarcasm. "You love the idea of me, the security I provided, but not me, not the man I actually am. I was good enough to build a life with, but not good enough to be faithful to. Was I?" I watched her crumble, the facade of composure finally cracking. The tears flowed freely now, and she sank onto the sofa, her body shaking with sobs. But I felt nothing, no pity, no remorse, only a bone-deep weariness. My anger had given way to a cold, calculated calmness. "I've already spoken to a lawyer," I continued, pulling a document out of the envelope. "This is the agreement. I'm getting everything, the house, the car, everything. You'll be taking nothing. Do you understand?" She looked at me, a glimmer of defiance flickering in her tear-filled eyes. "You can't do that." I placed the document on the coffee table, on top of the divorce papers, the edges neatly aligned. I already did. I looked at her and pointed down at the agreement. "Read it. Everything. Your lawyer's name is there, too. The best in the city. Someone I'm sure you'll be hearing from shortly. I'm already gone. I've already moved out." She looked down, her eyes scanning the legal jargon. Each word a hammer blow to a world she had so carelessly constructed. The color drained from her face, replaced by an ashen gray. It was all happening. It was all real. "I'm leaving now," I said, grabbing my keys from the side table. "I'll send someone to get the rest of my things." I walked toward the door, but stopped right before crossing the threshold. "Enjoy your new life, Amanda. Enjoy being alive." I closed the door behind me. The click of the lock, a final punctuation mark on our fractured life. I didn't look back. I didn't need to. I knew as I walked to my car that her world was crashing down piece by piece. And finally, for the first time in a long time, I felt a flicker of something resembling peace. I was leaving the broken shell of life, and I was never coming back. The road ahead wouldn't be easy, but I knew deep down I would survive, stronger and wiser, while she, so confident, would be left with nothing. And as the engine turned over and I drove away from the house, the echoes of the perfect symphony faded into the night, along with the ghost of the woman I once loved, the woman who was no more. Only an empty space remained where she used to be.